Hello there, my name is Lacey. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today this video is about reminding yourself, or reminding myself, of all of the creative, well, these aren't all the creative projects that I have put on the back burner, but some of the creative projects that are just sitting here that I've left to wither away. And just kind of looking at, well, some of these are finished, some of them are not, but I'm just showing you that we all have things that we kind of like want to do or like doing that we just like put on the back burner. I'm guilty of it myself. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys these, okay? First, this is actually not put on the back burner. If you can't even tell what it is a otter. Well, it's supposed to be. This is for a supporter on the internet. I'm doing this for them, but I kind of just like started it one day and just like left this poor otter hanging. This will probably be what I do next, okay? This, well, that's just a blank canvas, but this is actually finished. So this can be in the not finished, or this is in the finished pile. This is the not finished pile, you know, so I can kind of look at what I haven't done. This, it's just a blotch. This is finished. This is finished. Okay, so that can go in the finished pile. This bad boy's finished. Oh, he's so cute. This one's so cute. Okay, this one's finished. Oh, this one day I decided to just take a paintbrush and, well, paint markers and just like draw what I would have drawn when I was in elementary school. So yeah, that's this. You can kind of tell that I used a paint marker because it was struggling by the end. There wasn't that much paint left. But yeah, that's finished. Wally, he's finished. All right, he's finished. This is finished. This is like 80% finished. Can you tell? This was one of the first times I was using actual paint. My cat is doing something crazy. But there was these palm trees I was going to do. I left it hanging. So this is not finished. This is probably like 80% finished, and I just shoved it in this pile. I'm going to say this one's finished. Looks finished to me. If I try to fix this, it would be just being a perfectionist, so I'm just gonna leave that in the finished pile. All right, blank canvas. Finished. There's not really much more I could do. I could do the background and stuff, but I already signed it, so I'm not gonna be a perfectionist about this. It is finished. All right, this, I saw a picture online. Hi, Gareth. What's up, bud? I saw a picture online of like this like boat that was under and over water, and I kind of based it off that. This is like, I would actually say it looks like it's more finished than it is, but 60% finished. Oh, he's eating plastic. 60% finished. So I gotta get to work on that one. So that's gonna go to that pile. This is for a supporter. This is 100% finished. All right. This is the canvas, empty canvas, the canvas I started using to draw things. Wait, what am I doing here? All right, this is empty. So I'm just gonna kind of, boy, what are you doing? Just kind of organize this a little bit to like make my mind not so like scatterbrained about it. Yeah. So I think with this one, I might have been using paint. I'm gonna assume I was using paint, but I think at this point you just gotta use paint markers to finish it. Well, I'm gonna use that. And I wanted to just kind of make this video because I want to show myself and show you guys that, look, we all probably have something that's creative in our house right now that we kind of just like left hanging. Like, am I wrong? Something we just like know we like to do. We kind of beat ourselves up for not doing it, but like that poor painting is just sitting there, sad, you know. And I thought there was more than this. I bet you there's some more somewhere sitting around here, but yeah, this one, I feel like it could. I'm overthinking it. I wouldn't. I know it's crazy. I would never overthink anything ever. I know. What a crazy concept. Oh goodness, I shouldn't have used that. Um, but yeah, I was so I have like a huge box of paint that I was using on some stuff to try to like use regular paint, but sometimes the regular paint does not help you for certain things, but also it does help you with certain things because you can actually cover up stuff. So it's like, yeah. But I feel like we all have these things, or at least me, maybe I should speak about myself, that like we know there's stuff we like to do. It's kind of like your dreams in general. You know, this painting is a representation of, well, not this exact one, but all the different like works around my house of paintings or creative outlets that I kind of just like left on the back burner are kind of like this YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like my old YouTube, or like I've known for so long that it could be the path of least resistance, or that good things can come from it. But I find excuses to not do the things that bring me happiness. Um, did I know that YouTube would bring me happiness? No, but I had this feeling on the inside of my soul that it was something I should be doing. You know, like, so I would put that in the same category of like putting off things that we know we want to do and never starting it. Or yeah, I guess not just putting it off, but never starting it. Like this blank canvases right here. They never were started. I mean, honestly, if you start too many goals and too many dreams and you never like actually start them, is that any better either? I don't know. But like, yeah. So, moral of this video is don't let your dreams and goals be like these paintings that I left sitting here hanging. Because like those goals are meant for you for a reason. They're calling to you. They're saying, "Hey, so and so, like it would make me so happy if you followed your dreams. I'm a part of your dreams." And then you're like, "Meh, I don't no, I'm good," you know? So yeah. I don't even know why I did this video, but it will probably go on the internet anyways, just because that's how I'm rolling here. And I just wanted to say, if there's anything around your house that is something you wanted to do or you've done before, pick it back up. You know, this is your sign to pick that thing back up and do it. Do it. What are you doing right now? You're watching a YouTube video. How about you just pick that thing up, do it right here, right now. You know, like it could be fun. Your body might want you to do it. It might be something that you're called to do, but that little voice in your head is telling you not to do it because it's trying to hold you back. It could be this beautiful thing like that brings you happiness and joy, but you're looking around and you're like, oh, I want more happiness and joy. But you're not doing the things that you know bring you happiness and joy. As I say this, when I'm painting, or drawing in this way, my cat, if you notice, when I first started the video, my cat was like all sporadic. He was insane. Like some of my supporters online will say that like when I'm a little nutso at first, like he will be. He was literally like breaking into the closet in the laundry room. Now he's literally sleeping on the bed. Well, he's like half sleeping, like he's doing the cat thing, but like when I'm creating art or when I'm in the flow in this way, he is so good. He is so calm. He is so chill. And like cats are a good judge of that, you know? So if you want to calm yourself down, if you want to chill, maybe do like a creative outlet. Something creative that makes you feel happy, and maybe you might notice around you will calm down. Another way that I calm myself down when I'm anxious too is take a nap, but you know, that might not always be beneficial. I actually did take a nap today, you know? And then I tried to, you know, do all my work things, and it just was not it. I think I realized I was forcing something where it just like wasn't meant for me today, because I, you know, going back to old habits. You hear the air condition? My roommate was down here the other day when the air condition started and was like, "Whoa, the air condition's loud," and I'm like, "Yeah, I realized." But back to what I said before. I am grateful I have an air condition. I am grateful that it is not hot in here. I am grateful that I know when the air condition's working and I know when it's not because it makes a sound. But either way, I was coming on here to do this and now I'm actually distracted by doing it. See, the action of literally getting them out, getting myself to do it, has gotten me to literally get engraved in it now. Like, think about that. Like, I had no want to do this, really. I kind of just was like, okay, let me just pull them all out, you know? And now I'm like forgetting that I'm making this video and just focused on doing this. So, like I said, this is your sign to go around your house, find some of those projects that you've kind of left sitting there, and maybe just like pick them back up, you know? Maybe even just sitting them in your hand. It's actually exposure therapy, by the way. You know, I've done an ERP and exposure response prevention. There's this thing in my head that tells me there's a right time to do this stuff, but do you want to know how I got past the just right OCD? Well, got past it. Was what I would have to do is I would have to look at the thing I was avoiding. Then I would have to like touch the thing I was avoiding. Let's say it was like a pile of laundry that I didn't want to do. You look at the pile of laundry, you sit in the same room with the pile of laundry, then you touch the pile of laundry, and then your brain's like, okay, I'm not so nervous about doing the pile of laundry, and then you do the pile of laundry. I would say that's pretty similar to what I just did here. Like, look, I picked it up, I started doing it, I also realized the bed is not going to be white, and it doesn't seem so hard to do now. Like, now that I just like have it in my hands, my brain is like, oh, see, it's not that bad. Like, you actually enjoy doing this. So, like, and my mood's changing by the fact that I'm doing something. I don't know if this was the gray that I originally had here, but you know what? It is too late now. But yeah, see, like, my mind is getting enwrapped in doing this. It is literally, like, taking the distractions away, and I'm literally like in the zone of doing it now, which is just funny because before this video I had no, like, I actually didn't have a want to do this, like, at all. Like, I truly mean that. I didn't think I was going to do it. I thought I was just going to show you guys all the stuff I had stacked up and that I never do, and then like this painting has been sitting there for, I couldn't even tell you how long. I probably started this like 4 months ago, and then just kind of left it hanging, like kind of forgot it existed until I was just doing it, or until like the times I show it, you know, or like someone sees it. But now I'm like engrossed in it. I literally am getting distracted by the fact that I'm even on a video right now and I am doing it, you know? And which is a lot different than I was feeling 3 seconds ago, or when this video started. I guess that was not 3 seconds ago, but you know, like, just saying that some of the things that we're putting off, or some of the things that we're beating ourselves up for, or some of the things that we want to do that we're not, it does seem hard to start it. You know, like, I've been there, I understand. Even like I said, doing this YouTube, it's harder than it seems. I'm not saying it's not hard to start new things, like, don't get me wrong, but once you start doing it, I promise the way that your mind feels about doing the thing will really feel differently, unless it's something you actually hate. But I'm sure if it's something that is a creative outlet for you, you probably don't hate doing the thing. It's just that little voice in your head telling you have to wait till you have more time, telling you, oh God, telling you, I messed up, telling you have to wait till you have more time, telling you you have to wait until you have X or Z or whatever, but like I can look at my life and realize that sometimes I have more time than I am allowing myself to admit to myself. And that the only person who is deciding I don't have enough time to do it is myself. And it's not actually me doing it, it's usually that little voice in your head that's trying to hold you back and make you like not follow your dreams, which, by the way, every one of us humans has that little voice in our head. I'm not saying that the voice isn't louder for other people, but one thing that's helped me shut that voice up a little bit is to realize that voice isn't special. That voice is not special to just me. Everyone has that little voice in their head that wants to hold them back. Well, I would assume that everyone has that in their head. That's what I'm telling myself, at least. But yeah, like most people have that. Put my water. Most people have that little voice in their head, you know, that little voice in their head coming up with whatever excuse in the book to not follow their dreams, not do their goals. Like even the voice in my head is like, hey, don't post this video. Like no one wants to see you like show off your art that you've done and like draw to it and talk. Like no one wants to see that. But like that's kind of why I kind of have to do it, because it's getting that, like, especially when you're wanting to be like seen, you know. Okay, I've been looking at stuff on YouTube or like on Google, you know, about like posting videos on YouTube, and I'll see where it'll like start going back to the quality over quantity, blah blah blah. But who decided that? Let's be honest. Who decided that it has to be quality over quantity? That like it has to be this perfect thing that takes away so much of the beauty of it, you know? Like when I see that, I'm like, wait. I feel like that is like society, or that's basically the voice in my head telling me that like if it's not this perfect thing, like it's not good enough. And no one wants to see it. But like I mentioned this in another video, an artist that I watch and stuff, he has an Instagram. He was talking about how like, you know, sometimes like it is that thing that is just like you just making the video and posting it is what is relatable to others. You know, like maybe it's not such like it doesn't need to be this like perfect thing, because sometimes the perfect thing is not relatable to other people. Like it's just gonna go over their head. It's not gonna be like, you know, like something that speaks to them. And so I'm trying to, you know, remember that and try to be nicer to myself and post whatever. Like I posted that video last night of me cooking food in the kitchen, and that's my best video so far. Like in general, like where I didn't really post as much to people about it, and it's having the most traction. And that was literally filmed on my phone camera. There was nothing like perfect about it. The only editing in it was when I said the big F word. And that was just to make sure that I didn't, you know, get flagged in any way. But like, there was no editing in that video. There was nothing crazy about that video, but it was literally just me being and just showing, I guess, reminding you guys to just be, you know, if you want to make a YouTube, do it. If you don't want to make a YouTube, but you have this like ideal in your head that is like this crazy scheme or plan to like do something, like do it, you know? Like the worst that could happen is someone doesn't like it or you get told no. Like it's kind of like when I tried out for The Voice. I mentioned that before. Like it really showed me that it's really not that big of a deal. Like the worst they tell you is no and you try next time. Like, oh my God, like that's actually not scary. Like it was scary in the moment. Like trust me, you know, the whole process was a little intimidating, but it wasn't as scary as it seemed. And the worst they tell you is no, try again. And I think that that's why we like step on, for me personally, I just spit. For me personally, why I step on my toes is because I'm so afraid of what others are going to think, or what does it mean if others don't like the thing I do. But like not everyone's going to like the things you do. And usually the things that people don't like about what you're doing is something they don't like about themselves, or like years ago, I'm on stream, okay? This is a good example of this. Years ago, I was on stream and I was like singing or something, and this is before I even like was okay with the way I sounded. And I'm like singing, and this guy comes in and he's like, "Oh my god, like you're not even that good, blah blah blah." Okay? I saw that, and do I think I'm the best singer in the world? Never said I was. But you see that, and it's not that, maybe he doesn't like the way he sings, whatever. It is the fact it makes some others uncomfortable, that the fact that even if I was a terrible singer, okay, even if I was terrible at entertaining people, even if I didn't make sense when I talked, that I, despite that, decided to do the thing anyways. That I was live on the internet, not caring what others think, and that is uncomfortable to people, because for them it is like something that like, wow, I couldn't do that. And and it's not to say anything against that person, because I don't even know if they realize that that's why they say the things they say. But when I started seeing it that way, I was like, oh, like the things that you point out about others that really just freaking bother you are usually something you dislike about yourself, or you wouldn't be able to do yourself. And it, even if, like I said, even if I sounded like terrible when I was singing, like even if so, like the fact that I would still log on the internet, sing, made them uncomfortable, in any way, even if that means I was good or bad or whatever in between. So the reason why I mention this is because in general, when you're trying new things, like, please don't listen to the voice of others. Please listen to the voice inside of you. Not the inner voice that's a turd, that one, but the one that wants you to do the thing, like maybe, just maybe, that was your purpose or whatever. Like, maybe you are meant to be a more creative person, and you're like living like a life that's not as like creative, and you're trying to figure out why you're in this like feeling of being in a rut. It could be that you're just like not in tune with that creative version of yourself. And maybe even if you don't have the ability in the moment to like follow those dreams, as in make it what is cause, like making it, you know what I mean? Like making it what is your sole source of income, just like adding, doing the thing into your life could really benefit you overall. Like, I know that even if I'm not the most artistic person in the world, or the most creative person, that when I do this, like, I know it calms me down. Like when I'm painting or drawing or singing or creating, I feel very in tune. It's very obvious with my animals. Like if you saw my cat right now, he is so freaking cute right now. But like it shows you in those ways that like it calms me down. So even if it's not something that like you feel as though you're called to do as your like job, if you have some type of creative or some kind of like thing that's calling you, like going, like let's say even going to the gym or doing a sport or doing martial arts or doing some kind of thing that's like you keep hearing that voice inside of you saying, hey, you should try it, you should try it, you should do it. Maybe just like look into it a little bit, kind of like me pulling out my artwork, looking at what I've done, what I haven't done, like, and then it started making me want to work on it. Like that might be something that actually creates like this drive inside of you to do the thing. And you might find that is something you really, really enjoy. Like, I do, for years I've thought about, I'm going to go back to the the merch store that I mentioned. I'm releasing on July 1st, and it's not technically for YouTube by any means, but I've been doing merch for my like online streaming for a few years. And I've had this like feeling of like, oh, I should do it by like a print, like a print service that like, I give it the merch, I give the design, I make all this stuff, I print it, but I've literally been like, no, like what if like something messes up, or what if blah, 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 instead of realizing like, what if it's meant to make my life easier? What if more people are willing to buy it or get it in this way? What if it's able to bring joy and happiness to more people? And I think maybe because I am doing the YouTube, it's not related to the YouTube, but maybe because, I quit smoking the devil's lettuce. It'll be about a month this week. And right around that time is right when I filmed the first YouTube video. It was like a few days after, about a week after. And I kind of just like decided I was going to listen to the good voice inside of me more than the bad voice, because it's a little bit louder now. And that's kind of when when I started doing it, I realized like that might be the path of least resistance, just like the YouTube is. It's not just the path of least resistance and it brings me to the most people, or it's whatever. It's like finally, because I've always been a people pleaser my whole life. That's just like a bad trait I've had. Like, I'm able to be seen in a way of I don't care what others think. And that's not to say I don't care what others think, but it's like putting my voice out there, being seen, being heard, letting go of what that means. Just because like you see people talking about what they believe in or speaking their truth doesn't mean that they don't have that voice inside of their head screaming at them saying stop, 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 like even when I'm talking right now. But I'm choosing to do it despite that voice. And that could be where the beauty lies. It's where it is the path of least resistance. That doesn't mean the path of least resistance doesn't have turns and curves, like when you see a water flowing through like the forest, it might not be what a straight line is, but it is what makes it flow easiest, because it is like what finally helps me let go of like the things that have been holding me back all of my life, like being a people pleaser, caring too much what others think, not really speaking my truth, or like quieting myself when I do speak my truth. So like I love how this all started with me just showing off paintings, showing off some creative stuff, and then what it came to actually ended up being a beautiful video in my eyes, and I am gonna post it. And I do know that like my little voice in my head is like, don't post it, no one wants to see it. And the reason why I speak about that little voice out loud is because that's the whole point of me doing this. Like, I want to show everyone that like that little negative thought, those little intrusive thoughts, that little voice inside your head, it doesn't have to win, Like, it's the choice, or it's choosing your happiness, choosing what you want despite that voice in your head. And that beauty lies within doing that. So, with that being said, I am going to probably finish this video, like end it off. Let's see if I can actually show you guys my cat. If I have to like cut this off or something, I will say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did everything mess up? I hope you enjoy my page. Subscribe, follow, all of that stuff if you would like. I'm also wearing, I'm pretty sure this is the same outfit I wore in the first video. I realized that when putting it on. But yeah, okay. Let me show you my cat right now. Okay, and I am gonna pet him because I'm not a monster. Oh, he woke up. Oh my goodness, he woke up. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hello. Hi, buddy. All right. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Just a reminder that you are the bee's knees. You are awesome. You are amazing. Gareth thinks so. I think so. And I just want to remind you guys that look how freaking cute he is. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!